Nothing will happen there.
Healthy and productive lives.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Kunkel.
Alan, can you spell your last name for me, please?
Sure. K-U-N-K-L-E.
Thank you.
Thank you.
With that, in celebration for their 100th year anniversary, I would ask for a motion to approve the resolution 2021-R-13.
Second.
Motion by trustee Posh, second by trustee Carr. Discussion?
Trustee Ara? Kennedy?
Aye.
Micah?
Aye.
Posh?
Aye.
Moon? Carr?
Aye.
Motion motion carries, and that is approved. Congratulations and thank you. That concludes the report for village president. Moving on to report of village administrator Brent Woods.
Thank you, Madam President. This, again, doesn't happen very often, but I have no report other than to wish everyone a safe, happy, and blessed Memorial Day.
Thank you. Village clerk, Clerk Manella.
Thank you. I have no report as the clerk, but from the Justice Willow Springs Water Commission, I would like to mention two things. The hydrants will be done being painted in both communities by the end of next week. We talked previously about painting the high tower. There has been an assessment done of the high tower, and we were shocked to find out that the damage inside the water tank was far more extensive than we realized. And as a result of that, the current executive director went back and looked at the assessment that was done of the tank in 2014 to find out that in 2014, it was actually indicated in the report that there was damage that existed within the tank, and that was never reported to at any of the Water Commission meetings. So none of the board members and the current executive director had no way of knowing that. So something that probably could have been taken care of in a far less expensive manner in 2014 will cost us a lot more in 2021. But rest assured, this does not in any way endanger the water quality. Instead, it's more of a matter of the structural integrity of the water tower. So that ends my report.
Thank you. Village engineer Dan Lynch.
Thank Madam President. Only item I have to report is that we got approval from IDOT for the annual road program, and we will be opening bids on June 15th.
Okay, very good. Thanks. Village Attorney Eric Peck.
There's no report this evening, Madam President.
Thanks. Village Treasurer Kelly Zabinski.
Oh, man, I'm like gonna be the only one talking tonight. I'll keep it short, though. Two things I got going on right now. One, the audit for 12/31/2020 is currently about 85% done. We're supposed to come out this week, but unfortunately, my staff member got COVID and wasn't gonna be here, so they decided to work remotely. I thank the front office staff and Brent for getting them stuff scanned in and sent to them. It was a great help. It saved us a lot of efforts. So we have that going on. The second thing is I'm sure a lot of you have read about ARP. American Rescue Plan money. It was part of the federal package that was approved 2 or 3 months ago, I think now, right after President Biden took the oath. And in it is money that is set aside for municipalities. And the confusion came because it says directly to municipalities. However, only if you were above, I believe, 50,000 in population was it directly from the federal government. Ours is actually coming through the state. I don't want to give an amount out because it hasn't been confirmed yet, and I hate to say a number that's too big. It is significant. The issue that we are currently having is the restrictions that are placed on the money. It is set aside for first responders that are responding to COVID-related activities, but it's also set aside for infrastructure projects. The issue that comes into play is they've kind of been rather specific on the infrastructure projects that can be done. So infrastructure doesn't necessarily mean streets. Water and sewer is definitely talked about. Improving broadband activity, if we provided broadband activity, but we don't. So we're working with our grant writer to determine what the best uses of our money is going to be. My concern is one of the flexibility that was granted under the CARES Act money is not going to be granted under this money because it is a federal money. And we're not in the CARES Act money, we were a sub-recipient. In this is an actual grant with us, so we're not a sub-recipient. Because we were a sub-recipient, they were able to, the grantor, which was Cook County, was able to create the level of flexibility we could have with the money. This is the feds. The feds don't have as much flexibility, but we're hoping that we're going to be able to use it to help cover some of our costs in some of our day-to-day public safety costs. But if not, we're looking at some of the infrastructure projects. And being in the dollar amount that it is, we can do some significant benefits to our infrastructure here.
Okay.
But other than that, I hope everyone has a nice Memorial Day.
Great, thank you. Good information. On to reports of standing committee. First is Finance and Administration Committee. Trustee Ara.
Thank you, Madam President. I'd like to make a motion for approval of warrant 21-0-010, approval of payroll and warrants dated May 27th, 2021, which is payroll and payroll expenses in the amount of $92,429.38. All fund expenses in the amount of $179,909.52 for a total expenditure of $272,338.90.
Thank you. We have the motion from Trustee Ara. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second from Trustee Kennedy. Discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Ara,
Aye.
Kennedy,
Aye.
Micah,
Aye.
Posh,
Aye.
Moon, Carr.
Ayes.
No other reports.
Thank you, Trustee Ara. Public Safety Committee. Trustee Kennedy.
Thank you, Madam President. The only thing I have is that they had the fire over in Liberty Grove, and our first responders did a great job. There was, the garage is a total loss, but and there was only a little damage to the house next door. Nobody got hurt. That's a good thing. And I know Chief's got a few things to say, but that ends my report.
Thank you. Chief?
I gave, good evening, everybody. I gave the board our monthly incident reports for May. And as you see with the reports there, we also issued 136 citations for the month, and we've had 15 traffic crashes. As you see on our Facebook, got to attend part of the graduation for the Willow Springs School 8th graders, and it was a great tribute for those who went through their grade school career and advancing on to their high school careers. So we posted some pictures up there. Also, when we've had, like Trustee Kennedy said, with the fire, and we've had chemical spill and leak, I signed us up for the Willow Springs Police Department on Twitter, so we can notify the residents and the community of any issues or activities going on within the village. So that would be, I posted that on our Facebook page, and it'll be on the village website when Gaetano gets back, and it's at Willow Springs PD for that access to that. Now, I'm new to that, so I'm not sure how we'll learn to get the information out there when it is. So we have that access there. But the important thing that I'd like to mention is that over the last year and a half, our department, through the Department of Justice Equitable Sharing Program, was ineligible. And that was from previous administration during the years of about 2009 to 2015. And when you have someone assigned to the DEA task force, when they have asset forfeitures that come in and we receive some of the proceeds from that, you build your fund and we can use it for many purposes that's covered under the Department of Justice guidelines for that. Well, we were declared ineligible for many egregious, such egregious mismanagement and oversight of the equitable sharing funds. There was improper management of the bank accounts. There was inadequate records and accounting that was taking place. The equipment that was used was for non-law enforcement purposes, impermissible spending. There was extravagant and wasteful purchasing and expenditures that were taking place. There was deficiencies in overtime reporting, and there was late or failed to file yearly mandated reports, filing reports. And when we were fortunate to get an officer assigned back to DEA, and that's the confidence I think the DEA had in our administration to reassign him. And we lost a couple what are called DAGs for the asset forfeitures to receive because of our ineligibility. But that was a process going on for the last year and a half where I've worked with the Department of Justice, and I'd like to thank the members of the board who supported these efforts. And Tuesday, we got the official notification that we were back eligible with the Department of Justice in the equitable sharing program. So that's a credit to the village administration for taking on this, and it was a nice reward for the work that we put into it to get that. And now it's definitely going to benefit with our officer assigned down to the DEA task force. It's going to definitely benefit our department and the village in the short and the long term. So proud to say that we're back eligible, and thank everybody on the board that took part in this and the support with this, that we achieved that goal through the Department of Justice. So thank you.
Thank you to Chief for your work on it.
May I ask a question of the chief? Of that money from the DEA, what is that, 5%, 10%, what?
The money we receive is all based on how much, where the information came from that led into the investigation. So usually it's going to be, if we generated the information from our officer from here, there would be a larger percentage that we would get back. but most of it, depending on how many officers are involved in the investigation, you're looking at anywhere from maybe 5 to 10%.
Very good. Anything else for public safety?
That's concludes my report. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you. Municipal Buildings and Grounds Committee, Trustee Micah.
Madam President. We're in the midst of changing the exit signs and the emergency lights in Village Hall, and we're going to finish that up. And at the senior center, there was a roof leak. We're in the process of getting some proposals, some estimates for it. So until we get them, that's about it.
Very good. Thanks for that. Public Works Committee, Trustee Posh.
Thank you, Madam President. I've had a couple of meetings with Keith in the last couple of weeks, and today we sat down and got together with a few of the things going on in town. So I have a few items I'd like to mention. You probably noticed a new backhoe has arrived, and it has already been put through the paces on various projects. The crew has cleaned up Veterans Corner for Monday's Memorial Day event, and I would like to thank all the veterans that served and to the men and women we lost. Keith is waiting for a quote for purchasing a broom attachment for the front of the skid steer. We are also waiting for the company that maintains the aerator at Healing Waters to make repairs in case we do get any reports from the residents over there about the smell, but that's going to be taken care of. Fairway Club lift station is back to 100% after replacing the damaged pump. And Keith has a meeting tomorrow with engineer Dan Lynch to map out and see if there are any changes to our sewer system before the water department does their work and the street gets resurfaced. And that's taking place, I believe, on Vinewood from Cliff to Charlton. And my final is for the Beautification Committee. They have had meetings with Keith to discuss further projects, and their next meeting will be June 6th at 3:30. This ends my report, unless Keith has anything he wants to add.
A couple things to add. I forgot to mention to you. Tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock, I have a meeting with a different paver company for the Village Circle. They came out and looked at it. They're sending their larger up division to look at the project because it's a large project to do. We're getting prices on repairing the one real bad section for this year, and they're going to just quote on the whole circle so we can kind of budget for that because it's going to be a rather expensive item. Last Friday, I met with CN Railroad about some of the drainage issues on the property, our drainage that run under the tracks. They are going to work with us and handle everything on the north side of the tracks where it's worse. For us, it's going to be July to August before they get into it and do it. And we got to send them a certificate of insurance for the village so we can work on the south side with them to clean out our south side drainage issues. And that's all I have, Madam President.
Okay.
I know that, I understand the situation at the Fairway Club, why it was plugged and everything. Did we send notices to those people to let them know?
We have sent out notices to the residents and talking to President Niedermeyer and Brent, we are scheduling a meeting with their HOA president to discuss it further with them about a possible surcharge on their sewer bill
That's what I thought.
because of the damage that has been done to
Okay.
pumps.
Good, thank you.
Okay. That concludes your report.
Concludes my report.
All right, thank you very much. License and Franchise Committee, Trustee Moon.
Thank you, Madam President. We have three things for license and permits. We have, the first one is item SC1, 6C1, business license for the Jack Busio Insurance Agency, LTD 8695 Archer Avenue. And the applicant is looking for a business license to run his agency, which is over in the Castle area. So they passed the committee, both have passed the zoning compliance, sign regulation compliance, and self-recommendation. That's all been approved. So is there anyone here from the insurance? Thank you. Can you come up and tell us just what your plans are?
I am State Farm agent. That's my limited one. So I'm a State Farm agent right now in Palos Heights. My lease is up. I've been bringing my daughter to softball in Willow Springs for years. And I've always liked the old Willow Center. It's kind of a unique, eclectic space. So I inquired about that back in January, and landlord let me know in May that there was a space opening up. So I jumped on it, hoping to move third to fourth week of June. I've got to be out by June 30th. So I'm excited to be here because it's close to home for me. And there are a ton of State Farm agents in Palos and Orland Park. So it kind of helps me differentiate and get into a new area.
Great, thank you. So I guess we could do both of them. The S6C1 is for the license and XC2 is for the permit. So I'd make a motion to approve those.
Let's first do the motion to approve the business license application. So it sounds like we have the motion from trustee Moon. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by trustee Posh. Discussion? All right, roll call vote, please.
Trustee Ara,
Aye.
Kennedy,
Aye.
Micah,
Aye.
Posh, Moon,
Aye.
Carr.
All ayes. Congratulations.
Thank you. And I'd just also like to say I'm a member of the Economic Development Commission in my town. And we haven't had this type of turnout in over a year. So it's great to see you all here.
Thank you for being here too. Welcome.
Thank you. Okay, the second one, or the third one is application.
Ernie, we need to do the second one first.
Sorry?
We need to do the second one. I haven't done that one yet.
I can't do it.
Do you want to
I
make?
motioned it for both.
Okay, we'll give you so we have the motion from Ernie for the sign permit. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second, trustee Posh. Discussion?
I just had some questions about the sign because I was looking at the form and I got a little bit confused. The picture helped me out a little bit. So it looks like there's a second sign. The first one is on here is 36 by 72. I went over there to look at it today. It looks like it's going to replace the existing sign that's already there. And then the additional sign looks like it's on the north side of the building where there is no sign currently.
Up until end of April, there was a sign.
Oh, okay.
That spot also. When a person was getting ready to leave, they took that sign down. So I'm basically replicating the two spots that they had.
Okay. And they're both non-illuminated, right? Okay. That's my clarification. I'm good. Thank you.
All right, very good. Any further discussion?
Okay. I'm sorry?
Roll call vote, please. Call vote, please.
Trustee Ara,
Aye.
Kennedy,
Aye.
Micah, Posh,
Aye.
Moon, Carr.
All ayes,
All
and that
right.
carries.
Thank you. Okay, the third one is the 6C3, it's a sign permit for Nino's Beef, 5880, 5550 Archer Avenue. That's where the old Greco's was. And their application is to apply for a permit to install a new sign. Zoning's been passed, sign regulation compliance is passed, building commissioner approved, and staff recommendation. So I'd like to make a motion to allow them the application to be put through.
Second.
Motion from trustee Moon, the second from trustee Ara. Discussion? Okay, roll call vote, please.
Ara, Kennedy,
Aye.
Micah,
Aye.
Posh,
Aye.
Moon,
Aye.
Carr.
Motion carries. Building and Zoning Committee, trustee Carr.
No report for this evening.
All righty, thank you. Any old business? Any new business? Public comment? Executive session. We are going to break into executive session this evening, but we will be adjourning to executive session, so we won't be coming back out. So with that, may I have a motion to adjourn to executive session?
Good.
Motion by trustee Posh, second by trustee Kennedy. Discussion? Okay, roll call vote.
Trustee Ara, Kennedy, Micah, Posh,
Aye.
Moon,
Aye.
Carr.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good evening.
Thank you. I think we're supposed to go back out. Minutes, right? Yes.